Good morning, friends. Good morning, Patriots, Renegades. Welcome. Robert Imbriale here to Saturday morning. And, I was wanting to come in and do a quick little video here just to give you a little update of what's happening and some things that I'm seeing out there, especially our reaction to the things that are going on. But before I go there, I want to tell you a quick story. A couple of days ago, maybe 4 or 5 days ago, I started to have vertigo again. I hadn't had that in a while. It's just been one of those things. It's like, what is it? What's causing it? And, we're trying to figure out what it is. And that morning, 3 days ago, it started, and I was like, what in the world's going on? Why am I feeling this? This went away. It wasn't here at all anymore. So I came out here. This is the highest point on the property. You can see the nice view behind me. And what I did is I looked up at the sky, and all of a sudden I started to see, guess what they're doing again? Yeah, they're spraying. It hadn't been for a while. They hadn't been spraying in a while. And so I'm starting to make the connection as I wonder if the spraying is what's causing the vertigo. And you'll see, I'm going to put this video here for you to see. You can see the plane spraying, and just so you know it's not contrails, he turns it off. And then a few minutes later, turns it back on again. Now, my guess is maybe one tank ran out and he had to switch tanks. Maybe that's what was going on. But just to give you the idea that, for the people who think, oh, they're just contrails, they're not. It actually is spraying. And you could feel, a physical response to it. Interesting. Anyway, a lot going on, crazy week. I know a lot of you have been looking at this week and going, what in the world is happening? It's challenging, right? It really is to look at this stuff and try to remain calm. And I know I've been saying this for a while, just remain calm. But I know people are just frustrated and they're freaking out about it. And they go, why I can't remain calm. This is just too crazy. I get it. I get the frustration. I get it. But let me ask you a different question. I think maybe if we reframe this a little bit, it may make a little bit more sense. So what if, just a what if here, what if all the misdirection, and by the way, we're being misdirected in the same way that the other side is misdirecting, right? So don't think that because we're in the know and we're truthers and we, got all that. No. We're being misdirected as well, purposefully. Because think about it. You're battling an enemy that has his tentacles everywhere, and what you're trying not to do is tip your hand and let them see what you have. So by the very nature of that, you'd have to have misdirection. And there's a lot of it. How do we know? Because the dots don't connect a lot of times. It's like, what is Trump doing now? Why is he going this way? Why is he saying that when we want him to say this? I think it's all part of the game. So my question to you, and the question I've been asking, people who, are calling me and emailing me and telling me how frustrated they are. My question is simply this: what would it matter a year from now, all this misdirection? What would it matter if at the end of it all, we get everything that we wanted? Bad guys are taken down, the bad stuff's taken away. We're seeing huge strides in the health industry. I don't know if you guys are paying attention. I mean, it's not perfect. Certainly there are vaccines still being, allowed on the market. But I think that's very short-lived. I think that's a last-ditch effort. I think that's going to go away real soon. All the people now talking about cancer cures and everything. I mean, we are getting, in many respects, we're getting a lot of what we wanted. The question is, do we have the patience to get to the other end of it? And, from my perspective, I think we have to. I don't think there's another choice here. I don't think you could just say, well, we want it all. We want it now. We want the truth to be told. I'm less on that path of thinking about I need the truth to be told. I just need I need us to win. We need to get to a point where we're going to win, whatever that's going to take. So if it is misdirection, if it is lies, if it is, Trump saying things, and what in the world is Trump saying? My support's not going to waver. Yours shouldn't either. You shouldn't be fickle, as I say. Not to say that he's going to be the savior and do everything. He's not going to be able to. A lot of it's going to be on us still, certainly at the local level to do. But don't get upset about it. Just go forward in all of this. Right? And just do the things you need to do every day to make yourself as happy as you can, and do the things that bring you joy. And then at the end of it, I think we're all going to be able to celebrate. We're all going to be able to say, hey, we got there. And it took a lot of sacrifice. It took a lot of work on our part to keep our head in the game. Because it's so easy to get your head out of the game. There's so much just misdirection going on, literally. And I think a lot of us could look at this and say, boy, I really don't want this anymore. This is not what I signed up for. But yet it is. It's just not looking like it was promised to us. It'll be a straight line. No. Nothing is a straight line. Everything is like this. Life, a lot of ups and downs, right? That's what life is about. So we're going to get there. And it's just a matter of remaining calm, right? And recognizing that not everything you see in the news is accurate. Even the stuff we post on the Renegade Media channel on Telegram, some of it proves out later on to be inaccurate. But it's the best we've got right now. And we got to look at it from that perspective. It's like, okay, so if people are looking for only the truth and only for the best stuff, and they can't get that right now because of the misdirection, everything that's going on, well, take a step back. If it bothers you that much, take a step back from it, take a deep breath, get on with life. There's a lot for you to do. There's a lot of things that you could be doing right now to advance your own life and advance your career. Do them. Do as much as you possibly can. If we wait for that to happen out there, maybe a few years. We literally may be a few years away from it. I don't think so. I think, my feeling is probably by the end of the year, we'll have even more major strides because it's really ramped up in July, right? We've seen a lot of stuff happen in July. I think it's going to continue in August. I think it's only going to accelerate into toward the end of the year. So we may see some really big moves. We may not. And I'm okay either way because I know we're in this for the long haul. We're not in it just for today. We're in it for as long as it takes to get where we need to be. And that's what it's going to take. It's going to take us to be patient. And I know it's hard. I know it's frustrating. I know you want this to be over. I do too. Well, maybe. Just a little bit more patience. Take a deep breath. Do something else. Detach from it. Disconnect if you need to. And then get back into it. Look at it on Monday. See what's going on. And, if nothing impacts you directly, then don't worry about it. As simple as that. So, yeah. So behind me is a water tank. That's the highest point of the property. That's why we put the water tank up there. So it's gravity fed. In case the power goes out, we still have water for the crops. Yeah. Anyway, a little quick tour from probably the best vantage point. That's why we have a camera up here. The best vantage point of the property up here. Really nice to look out here and see everything that you can see. All right. Have a great weekend. I'll be back Monday. Another live show. The movement will be on Monday, and we're going to get the Thursday Throwdown done this last Thursday. But you know what happened? Starlink went out. Yep, and we're Starlink here. So, one of our connections is Starlink. Our main connection is Starlink. And when it went out, I thought, well, I don't know how long it's going to be out for. So we pulled the plug on that and said, we're not going to do the show on Thursday, but we'll do it this coming Thursday. A new show for you called the Thursday Throwdown. We'll have 2 or 3 people on board, and we'll have some great conversation, deep conversation about current events. So looking forward to doing that as well. Go out, go enjoy your weekend. Barbecue, do whatever you need to do, go sit by the pool. Don't worry about this stuff. It's happening on its own time, and we'll all be fine before it's all over. Great to see you. Love all of you. Talk to you soon.